slightly mad. I'm going slightly mad.
Hello, Aloysius. Hello. Hello, everybody. How are we? Are we all good? You've got another question for me. Okay. But first, can we do the book? Yes, we'll do the book. Do the book. The book. Yes. Very good Christmas present is the book. Or for New Year's, or any time really. Birthday, Mother's Day, Father's Day. You know, whenever. So, book. So, Aloysius, you have another question for me. Yes, you've been talking to your friend Bert. Oh, how is Bert? Very well. Yes, how is Bert the bear? How is his writing going? Well, I've been talking to Bert the bear. Yes. And his writing, he has a really big idea. Oh, that's good. That's good. How is Bert the bear's writing project going? Not really sure. What do you mean you're not really sure? Well, I don't think it's going anywhere. Oh, that's a problem. Yes, because Bert talks about his project, but I don't think he actually writes anything. Oh dear. Is Bert one of those people who just is too frightened to put anything on the page? I think so. He keeps telling me about this wonderful thing and all this world building he's doing and how marvelous it's going to be, and it's going to be the best possible thing ever. But I don't think he's written anything, because I ask him if I can hear anything, and he never lets me. Yeah. I've had friends who do that too. Yes. And then I write my stuff and it all looks like drivel because it's not so fantastical. And I don't do a lot at a time. So Bert's stories about what he's going to write and his plans in his head sound a lot better than what you actually get on the page. Yes. And let me guess, Bert has created some crazy elaborate writing schedule for when he finally starts writing. Yes. Well, Aloysius, your 500 words a day of first draft is 1,000 times better than Bert's great fantastical scheme and blank pages. Why? Because you can't edit a blank page. Oh, yes. 500 words a day, first draft, that's something. 500 words a day, 1,000 words every 2 days. What's that? 6. It's, what is it? It's about 3,500 words a week. 3,500 words a week times 52 is about 150,000 words a year, give or take, if you wrote every day, and you don't even have to write every day, do you? No. That's a lot of words, isn't it, when you put it like that? 500 words a day is 150,000 words in a year. Seems pretty good, doesn't it? Yeah. Even if you only wrote even if you only wrote a third of that, even if you only got 500 words every 3 days, yeah, that's possible. Yeah. Then that's still 50,000 words at the end of the year. And if they're all short stories, like if it's a novel, okay, fair enough. It might take you a while to write a first draft or a passable first draft, and you might do it a bit more than every 3 days. But if you wrote 500 words every 3 days, you probably get a novel done, a short story done in a week and a half, every 2 weeks. Yeah, that'd be doable. Yeah, 2 weeks, short story. How many short stories is that? About 26. 26 short stories if you wrote consistently every single week and churned out a short story every 2 weeks. That's 26 short stories. Do you think when you got to the end of 26 short stories, that there wouldn't be at least one of those that's decent? Yeah, there would, wouldn't there? There'd have to be. You'd have to have got better, wouldn't you? So even if let's say your first 5 are really, really rubbish, like so rubbish, you want to set them on fire in a bathtub, Viking funeral style rubbish, like truly atrocious. Yeah, I can see that. Yeah, I can see that. Yeah. And then your next 10 are, you know what, I'm going to stick these in the bottom of the drawer and pretend I didn't do any of that. Yeah, I can see that too. Yeah. That still leaves. And then your next 5 are, well, I think they have possibilities, but they need time. You can see that? Yeah, so I'm going to put these over here, not burnt, not in the bottom of the drawer, never to be seen again, but over here I'm going to give them some time and see how they go. Yep. And then you have another 5 that are okay, I really think I'm getting the hang of this. I really like these. I really like these, and I'm going to share these with some friends and see what they think. And then maybe you might get them and then rework them, or you might just like leave that, and that's another 5. And that leaves you with maybe 11. 11. By the end of the year, you've still got 11 to go. What if you have 11 stories that you think, you know what, these I really like. These I think are worth sending off to people, and maybe 3 of them get accepted. Yeah, get accepted and you get paid for something. Or you put them in a competition and they win a competition. Out of that 11, you win 3. Out of your 26, you have 5 really dreadful ones. You have 10 in the bottom of the drawer that you're just sort of embarrassed by. You have that you sent out into the world and got 3 of them accepted. Yeah, that's doable. Yeah, that is doable. That is doable. And all you have to do is write 500 words every 3 days to do that. Now, do you think your friend is going to be where you are in a year if you do that and focus your attention on that, if all he does is talk? No, you're not. You are going to be streaks ahead of him. Absolute streaks ahead, because you went and put the pen on the paper. The idea may not have been the greatest idea in the world. The idea may have been so bad you cringe at it at the very thought of doing it, of looking at it again, which is why you burnt it in the bathtub. But you did it. And you ended up, out of all those stories, you got some of them published. You might have some more publishable if you rework something or you get feedback from your friends. Yes, indeed. And you certainly have far more experience than the person who sat there and said, I have a great idea and it's going to be the next best thing since Tolkien, because for some reason these things are always high fantasy. They just are. And I've spent the past 10 years researching it. And while research is very important, if you have to spend 10 years researching and you haven't been writing, what you are doing is procrastinating. Because 26 pieces of writing that may not be perfect are better than one perfect idea that never, ever, ever sees ink go to paper or fingers to keyboard. Yes. Do you think if at the end of your 26 story year, do you think you're going to feel that ideas are scarce anymore? No. That's the other big thing about this kind of writing, is it allows you to realize that ideas are infinite. Yes, because does your friend, does he have any other ideas? No, this is his his perfect idea. Oh, he's a golem. My precious. He's a golem, is he? Yes. Yeah. Remember what we said before? Ideas are the ocean, and I'm trying to empty the ocean with a teaspoon. Yes, ideas are the ocean, and you are trying to empty the ocean with a teaspoon. And if you write in that way, over and over, 26 stories in a year, a story every 2 weeks, you may even get faster than that, but a story every 2 weeks doesn't have to be long, 2,000 words. But a story every 2 weeks, and you will quickly realize that ideas keep coming. The more you use them, the better they get, and the better they get, the better your writing gets, because you are constantly writing, and you get less precious about it, because you know that you can throw things away. You know that you'll get another idea next week. This is why they say you can't edit a blank page. Don't get too attached to the one idea, okay? Because we've seen stuff that's been like that, haven't we? Yes. It's not. If you only think you have one idea, then that's a problem. It is a big problem for you, because it makes it very hard to take criticism. It makes it very hard to let go of something that doesn't work. And to accept that maybe it doesn't work in the first place, that can be hard. Yes, it's never nice to know that something just doesn't work. But sometimes that's what you have to accept. You also learning that there are just so many ideas out there is such a big help in life. So, do you feel quite so insecure anymore? No, I don't feel so insecure about my talkie friend. No. And so what do you? So his elaborate writing scheme, does it suddenly seem, well, that's great in theory, but I'm going to write my 500 words? Yeah, sounds more reasonable. Yeah, it does. It does sound more reasonable. Okay? You don't need huge ideas that need immense complex planning. You don't need a special, huge, organized writing schedule of writing thousands and thousands of words a day to get it done. You need to do small amounts consistently and trust the ideas will come, and that not every idea is great. Yeah. So that is our advice if you are stuck with one of those chatty friends. You can do it. You just don't have to do it like them. Okay, so are we happy? We're happy. Okay. Der Wolkerfinger, ich bin jung, ich Lust für Bye-bye! If you would like to support this channel, come across to the Black Cockie Press website, www.blackcockiepress.com.au, where you will find books and other materials to help with your writing.